What's up guys? Today we've got our hands on something truly exciting. The brand new Redmagic Astra gaming tablet. Now if you're a mobile gamer who craves power, portability and a truly immersive experience, then you're going to want to stick around for this one. So first impressions, this thing is super compact at only 9.06 inches. The Astra is designed for gaming on the go, but don't let the size fool you. Redmagic has packed some serious firepower under the hood. So very excited to show you what this tablet can do. But first of all, let me show you what you get inside the box. Okay, so you're getting a small box with a user manual and you get some funky Redmagic stickers, which is a nice touch. You're getting a Type-C to Type-C charging cable finished in red. And last but not least, the tablet itself. Now you guys may have noticed the fast charger is not included in the box, but this tablet does support up to 80 watt fast charging. Now design wise, the Astra is sleek, ergonomic with a full premium metal body, and I have here the silver version. Now the flat design and rounded corners make it comfortable to hold for extended periods. The tablet is very light and portable at only 6.9 millimeters thin and weighs 370 grams. So super slim and light tablet. And a small but significant detail, no annoying camera bump on the back to get in the way of your grip. So you have the Redmagic emblem in the middle, and over here you can see it says Redmagic, and underneath that it says win more games, vapor chamber, Snapdragon 8 Elite, and you can see there it says composite liquid metal, and there you can see the camera sensor. Design wise, the silver version has a good balance between looking minimalistic with some gaming aesthetics. So really liking this color as well. Now quick look at the ports. At the bottom of the device we have nothing. On the right side we have a loudspeaker and power button, and that power button also doubles up as a fingerprint reader. And on the other side we have a microphone, secondary loudspeaker and a Type-C charging port. Now up on top we have the Redmagic trademark gaming switch, which will take you into the Redmagic gaming UI. There is also another microphone and volume rocker. Now let's talk display. Now the screen is absolutely gorgeous. You're looking at a 9.06 inch OLED display. That's 165 Hz dynamic refresh, so it can automatically switch the refresh rate based on what you are doing. But you also have the option to go 60 Hz or 165 Hz all the time. Screen resolution is 2400 by 1504 with 1600 nits peak brightness and 100% DCI-P3 color space. Now the bezels are thin and symmetrical going all the way around. For cameras, we have a 9 megapixel camera on the front and a 13 megapixel camera on the back with LED flash, and both cameras support enhanced AI algorithm. And here are some samples for you guys to check out. Alright, so let's quickly talk about the battery. The Redmagic Astra features a pretty generous 8200 mAh battery supporting up to 80 watt fast charging. Now the charger is not included in the box, so you need to source your own 80 watt charger, but once you do, you can achieve a very quick 0 to 50% charge in just 22 minutes, which is very fast for a tablet with this type of battery capacity, and 100% charge takes around 71 minutes total. Now if we talk about performance, The tablet is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is a 4nm octa-core, clocked at 4.3 GHz. For graphics, we have the integrated Adreno 830 with a choice between 12, 16 or 24 gigs of LPDDR5T RAM, and for storage you can choose between 256 or 512 gigs of UFS 4.1 Pro storage. And just for context, I have the 12 plus 256 variant here in my hands. Now this tablet does also support virtual RAM expansion, so you can use up to 12 gigs of your free storage space, giving you up to 24 gigs of total RAM. Furthermore, this tablet features Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, and it's running Android 15 with Redmagic OS 10.5 on top. And of course, you've got access to all the Google apps, including the official Google Play Store. Now, to test out the performance, let's go ahead and check out COD graphics settings. And you can see the maximum graphics supported is max, and you can also select maximum frame rate at the same time. If you try to select ultra, it will drop the graphics down to medium. So we are going to play on the maximum settings first and see how this performs. Let's go.
Yeah, lost alpha. Target in sight. Enemy down. We lost the lead. Losing C. Down. Enemy down. Ooh, headshot. Standby. Down. Losing B. Losing A. Predator missile inbound. Tango down. Enemy in sight. Tango down.
So after 2 full games of Call of Duty Mobile, you can see the thermals 35.4 degrees Celsius, no throttling, devices operating normally, and it feels barely warm to the touch. So it played the game really well on both graphic settings that we demonstrated. Alright, quick look at PubG graphics settings. So the maximum graphics selectable is actually Ultra HDR. If you try to select Extreme HDR, it says coming soon. So that is the maximum. When selecting Ultra HDR, maximum frame rate option is Ultra. If we drop the graphics down to HDR, Extreme becomes available. And just want to show you what else is available. So let's drop it down to HD. And it still says Extreme. Drop it down to Balance and drop it down to Smooth. When you drop it down to Smooth, Extreme Plus becomes available. That is what I want to test immediately. I want to see Extreme Plus in action, and you can swipe in from the left and right to bring up the Redmagic UI, and you can see we've got the CPU select to the maximum, which is Rise. There is Diablo mode as well, which I'm not going to bother with. So after a full game of PubG Mobile, you can see temperatures reaching up to 39 degrees Celsius, no throttling issues, and devices operating normally. So time to test out some emulation as well while we're here.
Oh, what a shot! Uh-oh!
So PS2 emulation upscaled by 8x native, and you can see it's playing fine at 60 frames per second, and it's looking quite amazing as well.
That has to make it incredibly difficult to breathe.
So this gaming tablet can definitely handle emulation. It can handle Switch, 3DS, SNES, NES, N64, all the way up to PS2 emulation, and it handles all of those absolutely fine. Now for you advanced users, DRM info shows Google Widevine Level 1 and some information on the HDR format supported. You've got HDR10 and HLG, and these are the supported refresh rates. Quick look at CPU-Z. You can confirm the clock speeds, the CPU information, and at the bottom there you can see Adreno 830. And here are the results for the internal disk speeds. This tablet achieves read speeds of 877 and write speeds of 383 megabytes per second. And if I just open up Netflix, I just want to quickly show you Netflix HD is supported. And if we look further into Netflix playback settings, you can see Widevine level 1 is detected correctly. And this tablet does support full HD playback with no HDR support. So that brings us to our benchmarks, beginning with Geekbench. Single core score 2702 and multi-core score 8178. And in 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme, you can see the overall score is 5493. 3D Mark Solar Bay overall score 9199 and 3D Mark Steel Nomad Lite overall score 2074. And in the Antutu benchmark test, this tablet achieves an incredible 2.5 million. So there you have it, guys. That was the Redmagic Astra. So here are my pros and cons, starting off with the caveats. So this tablet does not support micro SD expansion, which is a shame, as a gaming tablet having expandable storage would surely be useful. Also, there is no SIM card cellular support, at least in the model I have here. The cameras are usable and okay for video calls with Zoom or WhatsApp, but don't expect flagship quality cameras from this tablet. Now on to the positives. The Redmagic Astra is slim and portable with a flat design and curved edges. Supports display out for some big screen gaming action. You have the latest and greatest Snapdragon 8 Elite powering this device with an absolutely stunning OLED display supporting 165Hz refresh and high touch sampling. This tablet also features advanced Ice X cooling system with a built-in turbo cooling fan, and you've got liquid metal cooling as well. The battery life and capacity is impressive. It's probably the largest battery you can get in this 9-inch tablet category. You can watch 33 hours of movies back to back or nearly 6 hours of playing games like Arena of Valor. And this tablet supports 80-watt fast charging, which only takes 22 minutes to give you that 0 to 50% battery boost. You have all the goodness of that Redmagic gaming UI. Exactly what you see in their Redmagic gaming phones. This tablet also has stereo speakers featuring DTS-X Ultra. You've got dual haptics and a side USB-C port, so you can continue gaming while your tablet is charging. And of course, this thing is running Android 15 with Redmagic OS 10.5 on top. Team Redmagic has done an incredible job with this tablet. Hands down, my favorite tablet of the year so far. The size, the weight, the design, it ticks every box that a mobile gamer would want from a tablet. You're not limited to mobile gaming either. You can play the latest AAA games with a Bluetooth controller via game streaming. So that's all for this video. What do you guys think of the Redmagic Ultra? Does this portable powerhouse tick all your boxes? Do let me know in the comments below. That being said, if you want to see more of my latest and greatest unbiased tech reviews, hit the like button, sub to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.